My thoughts, my opinion. Sports podcast.
Yo, what it is? Welcome back to another episode of MTMO Sports Podcast, Doug. Yo, and this is about to be a dope episode, you feel me? But before I go any further, yo, make sure if you're not already, hit the subscribe button as I'm trying to get to my goal of 1,000 subscribers, you feel me? So make sure y'all hit that subscribe button so y'all can get the notification that everything that I drop, whether it's my YouTube shorts, whether it's my new live episodes, or whether it's a video clip. So just make sure y'all go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and make sure y'all go out here and spread the word to let everybody know that MTMO is the sports podcast that you need in your sports rotation, you feel me? So make sure y'all go out there and tell a friend who can be a friend, who could possibly wants to be your friend, that MTMO is the podcast that you need in your rotation, you feel me? Yo, like I alluded to, you feel me? This is going to be a dope episode, and this is my 138th thought, yo. And this, like I said, I got special guests, yo. I was guest on their show just a couple of days ago, and now they returning the favor, and they pretty much know what they talked about, you feel me, yo? So I can't wait to hear their opinions on what we got going on, yo, because like I said, this is a jam-packed dope show. We're gonna talk about the Thursday night recap between the Packers and the Lions. We're gonna talk about a quarterback in the NFC South. Is his time up? It's time for him to move on to the rookie quarterback. We're going to also head out to the NFC West and take a trip to the Bay. Is it time up for their head coach? Do the 49ers need a new voice in their locker room? Do they need to move on from their situation? And speaking of situation, man, Gervonta dropped some big news in the boxing world. Y'all already know it's a Baltimore thing, and I got to go ahead and give my guy his flowers, but he said he's going to retire in 2025, and he already got some list of fighters that he want to fight. And I can tell you right now, somebody's name ain't gonna get mentioned. So I can't wait to get our opinion on that. Going, like I said, yo, sit back, sit tight. This is about to be a dope show. So, like I said, yo, like I alluded to in the beginning of the top of the show, I said I got the special guests, man. And like I said, yo, these guys know exactly their shit when it comes to this sports world. And I hate to say, give y'all a little heads up, yo. One of these guys is the Eagles fan, so be nice. You know what I mean? We don't go booing them off top, you feel me? Because what the Eagles did to the Ravens last Sunday. It's in the past. We're going to go ahead and let it go. But, on the keep it for real, though, like these guys really know how to kick their stats, because that's part of their name of their title of their show. It's called Facts and Stacks, yo. And I like to go ahead and welcome my guys in, yo. Check them out, yo. What's up, fellas?
Ooh, oh, shit. You done told people I'm an Eagles fan. Y'all already know what time it is. I'm on all bullshit today.
No, man, don't start no shit, man.
Nah, it was good, yo. Good.
It was good,
fellas.
Man, go ahead and speak your mind, man. It's your thought, it's your opinion.
This is a care friendly, though. I ain't speaking my mind. I want
look, pop your shit, man.
Okay. We're gonna get it together. What's up? What y'all doing? How y'all doing, man? Coach D, what's good with it?
Man, hey, I appreciate y'all popping on, man. Let's go ahead and give some of the people, you know what I mean, a little history about y'all show, you know what I mean, and what y'all show is about, you feel me? So y'all go ahead and take that away, man. Let us know what Facts and Stats is about.
Yeah, hey, Facts and Stats is one of them shows for real, where we gonna give how we feel about the game every time. We gonna be consistent, you know what I'm saying? We on Sundays for real. So right after that 4:00 game, you looking for somebody to come on, break down the games, let you know what happened, say it in their own way. Yeah, come fuck with us.
Yo, so How did y'all come about? You know what I mean? How did y'all come to creating facts and stats? You know what I mean? Y'all like brothers, y'all homeboys, y'all grew up together, you know what I mean? Let's get a little bit background to the people.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we Jai like grew up together in a way because we both went to the same school. You know what I'm saying? We ended up working together and all that, so we already knew each other coming in. So once the jump started, yeah, we just took off for real, for real.
Yeah, man. We're gonna keep it. I mean, we gotta keep it being with facts and stats, man. It was supposed to be a three musketeer type of thing
Yeah.
going on. You know what I'm saying? The third man, he had other dreams, he wanna go after. And, that ain't nothing wrong with that, you know what I'm saying? But I felt as though I had a place in facts and stats when they brought me along. Love talking sports, love talking my shit. And that's what we do, baby. That's what we do. Talk that facts and stats. And most of the time, 99% of the time, my shit is right. So yeah. Other than the coats, because I'm a little biased on that. I'm a little biased.
Nah, I
Yeah. Catch
don't,
us,
don't,
catch us on the IG lives too. We be on during the week. You know what I'm saying? Talking about the hottest topics of the week and all that. So yeah, fuck with us.
most
Underscore
definitely,
X.
most definitely. We got some people popping there. Got my man X in the building. What's good, big dog, man? How you feeling, man? My guys always popping, always giving out good, some good little stuff. We probably need to pay attention to in the comments too. So, yeah. But no, let's go ahead and kick off this show already. You feel me? So let's go ahead and talk about that Thursday night game, man. And boy, oh boy, that the NFC North did not disappoint us last night. You feel me? And if y'all didn't watch that game, I hope everybody did, yo. It was between the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. And it was the Detroit Lions that came away to say that they are the top dogs of that division. But it squeaked away, though. You feel me? It was a 34-31 victory. And I ain't going to hold you. I got a question to ask y'all when it comes to the Detroit Lions. And, speaking most definitely a guy that's an Eagles fan, is the Detroit Lions the best team in the NFC? Hey, I'm going to go ahead and start off with you, my fellow Eagle fan.
Hell nah, they ain't the best team in the NFC. Hell nah. Now that was a good win last night. A little division bump. I get it, all that, whatever, rivalry, woo woo. But I'm gonna tell y'all one thing. If anybody could fuck up the Detroit Lions, is Dan Campbell. Cause that fourth down shit ain't gonna fly too much longer, bro. You're not making it to no Super Bowl with that dumb shit, bro. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
He
What they
went
went
four from five on fourth downs. He only
exactly
lost one fourth down battle.
right, but what fourth down battle did he lose? The jump right by his 30-yard line that gave up 7 points,
True.
which is the reason why the game tied in the first goddamn place for real, for real. That's my thing. And then if you look at the last one, dog, Jared Goff fell down to one knee. If it's a different fall in the playoffs, my nigga, say Jalen Carter get that pressure up the middle. That shit is not David Montgomery's not getting that first down come playoff time versus the Eagles. So you gotta be a real coach at a certain point. For me, is like going forward every time on fourth down is just as bad as never going forward. Cause like Nick Sirianni had to learn his lesson early in the season. It's about situations, and they ain't got no tush push. So come on now, I ain't worried. Ain't too
All
scared.
right. He's saying that the Eagles is the favorites of the NFC. Coach D, I see a little frustration on your face. Just a little bit, Doug. Come on, Doug. Is the Lions the best team in the NFC?
They are absolutely, positively the best team in the NFC. I don't know where he coming from with this. I'm looking at Jalen Hurts stats right now. He only
Mm-hmm.
threw one game over 3 touchdowns. One game
Woo!
over 3 touchdowns. I only see
Woo!
one game where he threw over 300 yards. And both of these games in the beginning of the
Woo!
season. So when I brought up that Jalen Hurts been looking bad lately, I'm not lying. So do I have faith in that passing offense? Yeah, they got AJ Brown. Yeah, they got Devontae Smith. Yeah, they got Gardner at the tight end position. Yeah, they got Saquon out of the backfield now, could be a receiver for you. I understand all that. But do the offense look potent right now as a passing game? No, they don't. But on the other side, when I look at Detroit, Jared Goff, he's still being consistent throughout this game, matter of fact. Brown, 5 catches, 43 yards. Tim Patrick, 6 catches, 43 yards. Jason Williams, 9 receptions for,
Yeah,
7 receptions for like 80 yards.
Yeah,
So
5
he
receptions
getting
for
the
80.
ball
Yep.
around.
How much Jared
He
Goff
getting the
had last?
ball around. He's spreading it around. All I'm saying is the balance between Detroit offense that I see late in the season is a better balance than what the Philadelphia Eagles offense has shown me through Saquon Barkley.
Mm.
Mm. Mm.
Now we can fight on the defensive side, but both defenses is damn near lined up on
Nah,
on the
it's not.
ratings. So
It's not.
All right. Here go me go be the deciding factor on this one. I'm gonna have to ride with Coach D.
Oh,
The
God.
Detroit Lions is absolutely the best team in the NFC. And it's probably going to have to freak you out a little bit and say, you be like, damn, why? Because I understand every point that you said why the Eagles are the best team. Totally get it. Not going to dismiss it. But here's why I think that the Detroit Lions are the better team. It's not because of the stats that they are throwing up. Because don't get me wrong, yes, Jared Goff is consistent. He's spreading the love around. He just don't target one guy. But Jared Goff can turn the ball over. But here's my thing about the turtles. Jared Goff right now is the only quarterback that can throw 5 interceptions and still win the game. If that's not the football gods that's on the Detroit Lions side right now, I don't know what else. Here's my other opinion about why the Detroit Lions are the best team in the NFC. They got their refs in the pocket, just as like Kansas City. If y'all don't understand me, hear me out. Like you said, on that play, going up the middle, Jalen Carter would have disrupted all that. But Jalen Carter wouldn't have to do all that. Because in the rules, in the NFL rules, if a quarterback can take one knee on the ground, he is allegedly down. The play is dead. Not supposed to stop. But somehow, some way, the referee swallowed their whistles.
I don't know about that one though.
Go check the rule, my guy.
It's different.
Go check the rule, yo.
It wasn't
Go
no
check
slide.
the rule. Why do quarterbacks take?
I don't know about that.
Why did they take a knee at the end of the game?
But you giving yourself up though. That's like a slide. You could tell he was stumbling on this jump. Like nobody touched him. So
ain't nobody touched him, and he didn't get tripped or nothing. That's his clutchiness and his feet. Which means you take that one knee, that means you are down.
In college, in college, you would have been down.
No way. So, like I said, even the special referees that they got to view the plays before the referees can even give their judgment, they didn't even call it. They didn't even give you a second to look like, hold on. Let's think about this. He took a knee. I understand that he was in motion, but he did take a knee. That would allegedly he will be down. Because to your point, remember that stupid little thing that quarterback used to do? Instead of just taking a knee, they used to take so many steps back just to drown the clock out and then take a knee. So if Jared Goff didn't get touched by the defender or nobody, he took a knee. He can't hand the ball off, and then the Lions still score, which means, like I said, they got the referees in their pocket. As long as you got the refs in your pocket, look at the Kansas City Chiefs. As long as you got the refs in your pocket,
cheating ass team.
See,
You're gonna
everybody got
be
the refs. Everybody got the refs in their pocket. Yeah, the Eagles got the ref in their pocket with the brotherly shove. You
There ain't
know what I'm
no ref.
saying?
There ain't no referee play. That's just
Yeah,
us.
yeah. Jalen Hurts be short sometimes. They still give it to y'all
Yo,
just because they know the fact. You know what I'm
yo.
saying?
But nah,
Yeah,
though, on the for
everybody.
real though, I do feel like the
Yo.
Detroit Lions are still the best team. Don't get me wrong, the Eagles do got firepower, but the Lions got firepower too.
Yeah.
And then on the defensive side, even with their guy that's what's his name? Hutchinson that's down, they were still able to get back there and touch Jordan Love a couple of times. Well,
Nah,
no, they only got the
pressure
Jordan
was
Love once.
yeah,
But
pressure was
they
high.
did apply a lot of pressure to
Yeah.
make Jordan Love to throw off his back foot.
Yeah, especially
And
in that first half, too. Especially in the first half. I think Jordan Love had like 55 yards passing. They ain't never gonna be good enough in a game as big as this. You got to make more plays, you feel me? But I mean, going towards the future, they got a good squad. Don't get me wrong, and everybody having injuries, but the way they defense is getting hurt, that shit at a crazy rate right now. Both they D tackles went out. They said they had like three motherfucking linebackers out and shit, and then the secondary. The safeties is cool, but I told y'all them cornerbacks penalties, bruh. It's always penalties with them. So yeah, I ain't worried when the Eagles come through. Even if it gotta be in Detroit, because it get loud in Detroit. I ain't gonna lie.
like I said, either or you flip of a coin. Like I said, the both of these teams can throw up points in a kind of a different type of way. As long as the Eagles have Saquon, he's healthy. The Eagles are pretty much a dual threat type team. As long as the Detroit, yeah, I feel you, D. And as long as the Detroit Lions, as long as Jared Goff don't continuously have a bad turnover game, as long as he can keep spreading the love around and make sure that everybody can eat, the Detroit Lions can be scary, yo. It's like, who do you double? Who do you really key on? Now for the
We
Green
ain't got
Bay
a key
Packers,
on nobody. We got rookie quarterbacks for that shit. Jameson Williams think he running all fast.
but y'all just lost. Then but
Quinyon ran a
y'all ready to be
4.3
down
too.
Blankenship for a while though, right?
You
Ain't
said what?
Blankenship ready to be down for an injury?
Yeah, he out for a little bit.
There you go. That's where it starts right there. Coach D just said
Nah,
it.
it's
Injuries.
about them cornerbacks, bruh. Quinyon gonna be right with him, and Cooper DeJean gonna be right with St. Brown, bro. We not worried about it.
Oh, I hear you. Now, speaking of, let's talk about the Packers real quick before we switch on. You touched on it a little bit, saying that the Packers do have a good team, and in the future that this team is somewhere to be, respected and worry about. Where do y'all think Jordan Love ranked in quarterbacks right now? Is he top 10? Is he top 15? Is he top 20? You know what I mean? Where do y'all think Jordan Love is ranked right now?
He definitely top 10.
Ooh.
In this season or in his career as far as the quarterbacks that's playing?
Let's start off with this season first.
Yeah, I say top 10. He probably at the borderline at probably 8 to 10.
Yeah, because I think I lined dang, where did I line him up at? I think I gave Jordan Love. Did I? Nope. I gave Jordan Love number 11. That's
Oh,
what I did.
shit. Who your 10?
So who that top 10?
My top 10 was, and this was, like I said, this is before the season started. I had Mahomes, Jackson, CJ Stroud, Jalen Hurts is number 4, Joe Burrow number 5, Josh Allen number 6, Brock Purdy number 7, Jared Goff number 8, Tua number 9, and then I had a battle between Aaron Rodgers and Jordan Love on that, and I slid Rodgers in there only because I always say that Aaron Rodgers is the baddest man in the regular season. when it comes to regular season, Aaron Rodgers would light you up. And that's what I was kind of banking on. I was like, I ain't saying that he's going to give us that Green Bay Packers Aaron Rodgers, but I still believe that give him the respect that he's a top 10 quarterback. And during the regular season, he can give you explosive and big numbers. But it's just in the playoffs, he kind of disappears. He ain't the same man in the regular season for some strange reason. You know what I mean? So that's the only reason why I slid Aaron Rodgers over top of Jordan Love when it came to
We could definitely say with confidence Jordan Love could get that 10 spot right now. Aaron Rodgers
definitely.
Aaron Rodgers got, but all I heard for real was you said Jalen Hurts was number 4 and Jared Goff was number 8. That's all I needed to hear on the list. Go ahead, D.
But I heard on the list also. I understand it's preseason. So do Jordan Love move up that list about 3 to 4 spots? Because I heard you say Brock Purdy.
Most definitely, because Purdy would take a dip. He would take a dip because he didn't have a good season. CJ Stroud would take a dip because he looked like he's hitting that sophomore slump a little bit this year. He's not looking too explosive. And I probably would dip Tua also only because that he missed a lot of games during the meaty part of the season where you will want to see where the Dolphins could have been more explosive rather than we already knew that the Dolphins wasn't going to be shit in the cold weather. You know what I mean? Dolphins don't swim in cold weather. So I felt like if we would have seen Tua be in that at least that middle part of that season, then maybe I could have judged him better. But since he missed, he got to take a dip. So most definitely, you know what I mean, people it shifts a little bit, you know what I mean? But
so question to leave out the list. Do Jaden Daniels deserve to be on that list?
Not just yet. I feel like I respect Jaden Daniels. I respect all the rookies that came out this year because some of them rookies really did a big improvement in what they was in the beginning of the season. Now, Jaden Daniels, he hit a rookie wall a little bit. Remember the Commanders' points. They was like number 2 behind the Ravens, and about going to that mid part of the season, right when we was getting ready to play them. Jaden Daniels was hot. His completion rating was at 75 and all that good shit. But then he took that rib injury and he missed that game. And you know what I mean? He haven't really looked the same. It looked like the Commanders can still be a relevant team, but they don't look explosive as they did in the beginning of the season. So I'm not going to quite put him up in that top 10 yet. And at times, Bo Nix look like he's the better rookie.
Ooh, don't say
so
that.
It's just like these rookies really showed me something. And then once Drake May really got his opportunity, it was like, whoa, maybe if we just give Drake May some weapons around him, he maybe look a little bit decent than what the Patriots really are. Now, because like I said, throughout all the quarterbacks that the Patriots put out this year, Drake May would look like the better product to me. He was able to put up more points for the Patriots. He was able to get more yards per game with him as a quarterback. So that's why I say
I ain't saying too much going against the Coast defense, though.
He was fucking y'all up this week.
We ain't gonna do too much.
That's why I was, you know what I mean? That's why I was saying. So, but I'm still not gonna put no rookies in the top 10 yet. They probably maybe Jaden Daniels may be scratching that 15 type surf, you know what I mean, up in that range. Because, you know, like he still having a decent year. So I put him up in that range, but top 10, nah, no rookies up there.
Respect. Yeah, Jordan Love definitely a top 10 quarterback though. definitely a top 10 quarterback. They got a good mix over there with him and Josh Jacobs, but I don't know.
I think with the Packers need consistency out of Jordan Love.
Yeah.
I think because Jordan, that what you throwing up, let's just say 56 yards in the first half, and then you only completing the game with 206 and just with one touchdown, that's not going to beat divisional rivals. That's not going to win you the big games when it comes to getting going to the playoffs. Because I still think the Packers can make the playoffs.
My fault. I don't mean to cut you off, but to a point that D made earlier, when it's like, okay, Jalen Hurts, he didn't throw for this many yards or 300 or 3 touchdowns or nothing. The only way you could offset that and still win division games is if you a threat with your legs. And Jalen Hurts is a threat with his leg, whether he dropping back to throw, whether we off the, you know what I'm saying, short yardage, 12 rushing touchdowns on the season. So if Jordan Love not going to use his legs and he not going to do that, then yeah.
But the thing about that is they stopped running the ball with Josh Jacobs. He only had 18 carries for 66 yards. You can't stop him, and he had 3 touchdowns. You got to keep feeding him. You know, it's no reason to stop him. But like I said to Jordan Love, you can't have that slow first half. You can't, you know what I mean? You gotta get over that 100 yards going into halftime, because like I said, it's a divisional game. You can potentially keep the Lions from clinching the division this game for real. You can help yourself in the playoff seeding in this game, because you know once it comes down to the seeding and who gets in the playoffs, it's going to come down to your conference wins and your division wins.
Yeah, they racking them L's up.
So you just don't. That's why I say like this is a must game. I'm not saying that he didn't have a must game type attitude, but his performance, it wasn't a must. I must have this game. What's up, D?
And that's another thing right there. Jordan Love only had 20 attempts. Josh Jacobs had 18 attempts. That's only 38 attempts from your starting quarterback and starting running back. What?
Where the fuck all the plays go?
They ain't been on the field.
Which
they wasn't on the field.
Defense ain't giving the ball back. You keep letting Detroit Lions to go 4 for 5 on 4th downs. True. That's what happened. And
that's
then
crazy that they scored 31 points. 31 points with them 38 plays is crazy though.
Yeah, but that shows that you can be an explosive offense. But you gotta stop the ball. You gotta get the ball back to become an explosive offense.
You gotta train your mind for 4th down. I don't know. It still feel like teams don't be ready for them on 4th.
And that's why I said that Jordan Love, you can't accept no 50-something yards in halftime. You just really can't. Because like I said, it's a must. You gotta seize every opportunity. If the Detroit Lions are going for 4th and 5, going 4 and 5 on 4th downs, which means you can't get the ball back no more. You gotta just keep you gotta seize your opportunity. So that's why I feel like the Packers, they're gonna be. I feel like if they don't get this together, they're gonna be a first round exit in my eyes. So that's how be. Before we switch it out, anybody want to say anything else before we on this Thursday night game before we switch the topics?
No, I'm straight. Everything good.
All right, bet. Now like I said, we're gonna keep it in the NFC. Now this quarterback right here was once upon a time in the NFC North, but he wound up getting traded and getting a nice contract and wound up going to the NFC South. Right. And then right away, they gave him a starting job. And everybody was like, oh, man, this quarterback is going to fit right in with Atlanta. But then Atlanta also went into the draft and drafted another quarterback too. Damn. And everybody was sitting here thinking, what was Atlanta thinking about doing this? And the quarterback that we're going to sit here and talk about is Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins was supposed to come over into this division and take over because this division is always wide open every year. Every year, the NFC South is wide open. And Kirk Cousins got paid. He's supposed to be the savior for the Atlanta Falcons.
Cashed out.
But so far in this play, it don't look like why the Atlanta Falcons went on ahead and paid that man. Right now, Kirk Cousins got 13 interceptions. Lead the league in interceptions.
Damn.
The Atlanta Falcons are 6-6. They were 6-6 last year with a different coach and two different quarterbacks. Man, not seeing what's going on here. Fellas, need help. It's Kirk Cousins time up in Atlanta. Somebody help me out with this, yo.
Oh, man.
Kirk Cousins time in Atlanta up. Or should it be up? Should he be a backup? Let's start there. Let's start there. Should he be a backup?
I'm going to leave it up to you, Rob, because I'm just going to dive more into detail on Kirk Cousins' career.
All right, so it's just funny because like a month ago, we was talking about walking in people trap, taking over their trap. Now this nigga getting trapped on every motherfucking defensive scheme is out there. Leading the league in picks, I ain't even recognize. My full side note, Jared Goff got 10 picks too, so he not too far off. But Kirk Cousins though,
you'll keep on picking on Jared Goff. Get out of here. We talking about Kirk. We talking about Kirk Cousins, yo.
Kirk Cousins. He playing like some shit right now, but I can't say it's time to bench him just based off the fact of the deal you gave him, bruh. It wasn't no 1 year, no 2 year jump. You gave this man 4 years, $180 million with $100 guaranteed. You got to give him at least 1 year, at least, and then we could talk.
All right. So I feel as though on my side, I really can't say nothing because coming out of the 2012 NFL draft, Kirk Cousins got picked fourth. In the fourth round, 102nd pick. You know, it was the first pick in that draft?
It was
Andrew Luck.
Yes, sir.
Andrew Luck. Is Andrew Luck still in the league? Nope. Is Robert Griffin, the second pick in that draft, still in the league? Nope. Now, it was a quarterback by the name of Ryan Tannehill came out of that draft. He just lost his starting spot last year. I believe it was last year or the year before that in Tennessee. So what I'm basically saying is Kirk Cousins is running on house money right now. He's the only person in that draft that's still lasting other than Harrison Smith, a safety for the Minnesota Vikings. Everybody else is out of the league. I bet y'all don't even remember the fourth pick out of that draft by the name of Justin Blackman from Oklahoma State. Wide receiver. So all I'm saying is, Kirk Cousins, keep getting your money, man. Because you're the only person who represented the 2012 draft at this time.
All right. So both of y'all saying that he should still be the starter. I'm having a tough one on this one. I felt like y'all ain't helped me out in my decision on this one, Doug.
The one point I give you, bruh, I had Michael Penix as the second best quarterback coming into this draft. So I'm a fan of Cuz. I feel like if he get a job or he get a shot, he's not giving that motherfucker up. So it's like you gonna eat up so much money, a dead cap money, if you end up getting rid of Kirk Cousins, which you could have been.
I ain't say get rid of him. I ain't say get rid of him.
Well, if you bench him, it's over.
Yo, but check this out though, yo. This guy, Kirk Cousins, has 25 25 turnovers this year. Himself, 25 turnovers, 13 interceptions, which is the most in the NFL, and 12 fumbles, which is the most in the NFL.
Damn.
You keep throwing them interceptions out there, but we got to understand the most interceptions that Kirk Cousins threw was 14 in the season. Now I understand that it's week 13, but it is possible that he could not throw another interception.
Hell nah.
Hold on, D. Since you
Hell
want to
nah.
keep on stomping on my stats, I got some more stats for you then. In the last 3 games, with those 13 interceptions and those 12 fumbles, in the last 3 games, he threw 6 interceptions and had 4 fumbles. And he's 0-3 in those last 3 games, might I add. He's 0-3.
He out there looking like Eli Manning a little bit.
At one point, they were 6-3. That's what you telling me.
Yep.
So now that they lost 3 games straight, we got to question if Kirk Cousins need to be on the bench.
Gotta question it. Why not? Why not? We didn't question Bryce Young. We didn't question Anthony Richardson. My man only said he was tired for 1 play, and they benched him.
They did.
They ain't never thought about, like I had mentioned, that this guy had to work through rehab, had to go through concussion protocols, and still play catch up on these damn plays. Of course, he's not physically tired. No, he's probably mentally tired. That's what that's why he broke down like that.
Whoa.
Tired.
We talking about concussion protocol when my man came off a whole Achilles surgery? What we talking about here?
But this is what I'm alluding to now. And I said this. Now, don't get me wrong. Kirk Cousins still throwing over 3,000 yards this season, and which is marked him 6th in the NFL. But can y'all say? But he's still tied with the Bucks in the top of the division. He's still tied, and the Bucks didn't really have nobody. Mike Evans just started coming back. Chris Godwin is gone for the rest of the year. Bucky Irvin is starting to get banged up.
They beat the Bucks 2 times.
But still, the Bucks are still right tied with you in the division.
Yeah.
And y'all, like I said,
I see what you mean when you was 6-6 last year, you 6-6 this year for $180 million. Yeah, I get it.
He supposed to just this is first year with Atlanta, right?
I totally get it.
Hell, you ain't got but so much time.
Here's my thing. I'm not saying to give up his job, but your playoff hopes can be on the line for this now. Your playoff hopes.
You think Michael Penix give him a better chance to win a division?
No. I still feel like Kirk Cousins. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that Kirk Cousins should lose his job. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that if Kirk Cousins is giving you mediocre plays, don't you think that maybe you should go ahead and take a look at Michael Penix Jr.? I'm not saying
it's
that
hot right now. Shit a little hot in the I don't know.
How we gotta do this?
I don't know.
I'm just asking. I'm just like I said, he's mediocre right now in the last 3 games. Now let's just say let's play devil's advocate right now. He goes up against Minnesota Vikings, his former team, this Sunday.
That could get bad.
Minnesota Vikings defense is top 5 and majority of the statistic categories this year. Right now, Justin Jefferson is the number 2 wide receiver when it comes to yards this year. And then you got Aaron Jones, who's coming up. I think he's like number 6 or number 7 when it comes to total yards this year.
Can we say that Sam Darnold done outplayed Kirk Cousins this year? Can we say that?
Oh yeah.
There's been some games Sam Darnold looked a little shaky, but at times, yeah, because remember in the beginning of the season, people was putting Sam Darnold in the MVP conversation.
True. Mostly about team record.
That was only because of that, yes. I most definitely say that. But now, Kirk Cousins, they are, let me see, where they playing at this Sunday? Do they play in Minnesota or in Atlanta? Oh, they play in Minnesota.
Yeah.
This
That's
week.
That's even better.
Now, if he goes in to lose to the Minnesota Vikings and go 6-7, still lead the NFL in interceptions and in fumbles, what do we say about where do we talk about now? What do we talk about now?
That's all we gonna talk about.
So this is why I'm trying to sit here. This is why I brung this up now. It ain't just about his previous games. There's always a method to my madness, yo. He plays his former team this week, yo.
So you think it's all right to bet? My fault, D. Go ahead, D.
So do you think that this guy? I'm not saying bench him. I'm not this guy, but do we raise the questions of benching him now if he goes on to lose to this game in Minnesota?
If he loses this game to Minnesota, the defense that he's been going against each and every Monday through Friday, yes, I will question that. I feel as though going against a defense that you know the scheme about, know everybody about, it should be more easier for you to go off on. But, with time is tell, you know what I'm saying? But if that do happen, no, I'm sorry. If that do happen, I'm gonna have to say no because I feel as though we talking about the same situation my man AI was in. We just flipping the ages. Now I understand that he came back 1-2 games off his bench, but as a veteran quarterback, do I really want to bench Kirk Cousins and mess up his whatever his confidence is, and then go back to Michael Penix? And if I'm an owner or if I'm a coach, if I'm starting my future, if he coming out on that field, he's coming out on that field. Ain't no more going back to the past.
My thing, the only thing that hold Michael Penix back in this situation.
Rob, no. Before you go there,
what
if Kirk Cousins goes to Minnesota and lose? Do you bench him or do you ride him for the rest of the season?
Oh yeah, he need at least a year. He got $100 million guaranteed.
Boom.
Yeah, he got that check. We need to see it for a year. But what I'm saying
now, go ahead. You can go ahead and finish your. You can go ahead and finish your opinion now.
What I was saying about Michael Penix is he had a lot of injuries in college. He wasn't a runner for real. He was a thrower. So if he was more athletic and you could put him in a certain plays and systems where he could get a couple plays in, it would be easier for him to get time. But
so
since he's not running like that, they not going just switch quarterbacks for what?
No, don't get me wrong. I'm with y'all.
Like Justin Fields, it's a different scenario with Russell Wilson.
I'm with y'all though. I don't bench Kirk Cousins at all. None this season. The only way I bench him if he ain't 100, if he start gimping and limping out there, that's the only way I'm benching him. Because like you said, that money is on the line. I ain't gonna sit there and risk his career and risk the season with him trying to battle that injury. So no, I wouldn't bench him at all. I was just curious with the stats and all this to see would y'all budge. and you know what I mean? Nobody budged. So
picks. That's a lot of picks.
You know what I mean? So now I ain't gonna hold you. I like I said, I wouldn't bench him. And even if he goes into this game against Minnesota and loses this game in Minnesota, I still wouldn't bench him. Because like I said, I still believe that Kirk Cousins gives us the best chance to win throughout the rest of the season. Michael Penix Jr. is the future. He's the guy that maybe potentially, if things don't go right in the first 6 games next year, yeah, I'm with you, Michael Penix. Get your shoulder pads, get your little hearing device inside the helmet ready because you about to go in, my guy. But as far as this year, only way I'm bitching Kirk Cousins if he start showing some type of injury sign. But as far as like I said, he still threw over 3,000 yards already. So that means potentially Kirk Cousins can still go ahead eclipse that 4,500. Even just him having a bad year with 13 interceptions and 12 fumbles, I ain't even gonna lie, that's a lot to overcome, though. Like, God damn. But at the same time, if you take away those turnovers, maybe the Falcons are better 6-16. You know what I mean? With those turnovers, that's most definitely gonna get you a 6-16. So Kirk Cousins got to do better as a veteran type quarterback, but at the same time, like you say, he is coming back off this injury kind of fast. He's in his mid-30s. I didn't expect him to be as mobile as he once was before anyway. But I did expect him to have better performance and not lead the NFL in interceptions or in turnovers, period. I didn't. That's not going to help. So, nope, you don't. I don't bench him. Kirk Cousins, you lucky. Maybe next year, if you had this piss poor performance next year and about 6 games in, we're gonna have this conversation again. But till now, your job is safe.
To close out the topic, I feel like the bigger conversation is how he done played the NFL perfect to get these goddamn contracts, because that's what's saving them to me. If it's a 1-year deal, if it's a 2-year light money deal, oh yeah, Michael Penix come through, bruh, ASAP. But that agent is the gangster of the century, bruh, for real.
Yeah, you gotta get shout out to Kirk Cousins' agent, man. So, but speaking of job security, while we still on a roll of this, we're gonna take a trip to the NFC West, out to the Bay Area a little bit, where there's some troubles, some lot of troubles in the San Francisco 49ers organization, man. And we already know when there's our troubles and where you need to point the finger at, we already know who's the first to get blamed. And it's not always the quarterback. It's going to be your head coach. And Kyle Shanahan right now is starting to get all the fingers to point to him to make it seem like this guy is on the hot seat.
Damn.
And he belongs on the hot seat right now. Because as of right now, the 49ers are not giving us the performance that we are used to seeing. The 49ers are at the bottom of the NFC North. NFC West, I'm sorry. They're at the bottom. They are 5-7. They are 3-3 at home. They are 2-4 when he got to pack that suitcase. And they are 1-3 in the division, but 3-5 in the conference. And man, oh man, like I said, when you're having a bad year, it's always the top dog that gets the finger pointing first, and everybody is starting to allude to that Kyle Shanahan is the reason. Fellas, Coach D, you a coach. Coach to coach, bro. Is Kyle Shanahan a reason? Is Kyle Shanahan belongs in the hot seat? Do the 49ers need a new voice in that locker room? What do you think?
The 49ers do not need a new voice in the locker room. I believe Kyle Shanahan is a good head coach. 8 years in the league, only 3 losing seasons. I'm not going to count this one yet. It's not over yet. But he been on the road lately, 3 winning seasons. We know that the team's been banged up. We know that your superstar player ain't get to play the first half of the season. We understand that your starting quarterback that many people thought wasn't a starting quarterback, wasn't, you know what I'm saying, wasn't even fully healthy. So your team, Trent Williams banged up, Brandon Ayuk banged up, officer-minded head coach. So most of your talent is taken out the window, even though we didn't get to see you use Debo Samuels in ways that you used to use them, back in the day. Is that, health-wise, I don't know because of age, that's behind closed doors. But this just a bang-up team with a little bit of loss of momentum. And they just gonna have to bounce back next year with a full house, fully healthy.
But coach, out of 8 years he's been there, he has 4 losing seasons. 6-10.
Whoa. Say that again.
Out of 8 years he's been coaching for the San Francisco 49ers, he has 4 losing seasons. Well, potentially get ready to be 4.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying.
Losing
It ain't happened yet, so it's 3. It ain't happened yet, so
but
it's 3.
he in his 8th year. All right, let me rephrase this then. He in his 8th year. He has 3 losing seasons already. 6-10, 4-12, 6-10. He's won 69 games. He's lost 58 games. So he's about a 54% winning percentage out of 127 games that he's coached for the 49ers. 3 losing seasons. You don't think that seat warm ain't on yet? And potentially your 4th losing season after you didn't sniff the Super Bowl. Now I'm not saying that you supposed to hit the Super Bowl mark every year, but I'm pretty sure the 49ers was the favorites coming in this year.
They was until when?
Once CMC didn't make his entry in that first week.
Nah, not only that, Brandon Ayuk, it happened throughout the season. Rob, would tell you, I was one of the main ones last season saying I got the 49ers going to the Super Bowl because of a fully healthy team for the 49ers. With a Kyle Shanahan as your coach, as an officer minded like that. The way they was using Christian McCaffrey, the way they was using Brandon Ayuk, the way they was using Debo, all the George Kittles. Now this season, as a coach, I understand times get rough. Shit get tight. Don't go the way that you always plan. You just gotta, ball it up and hope, that shit get right for the next season. And I feel as though ownership should give him that right, because of the 3 winning seasons, because of the publicity that he brought to that franchise recently. Cause we still gotta understand that, San Francisco was knocked off for a minute until Colin Kaepernick, Alex Smith, until they got that defense back rolling. You know what I'm saying? And Kyle Shanahan built this platform up. So at the same token, I feel as though they gotta it's not about what you did for me in the past, it's about what you did for me lately. I get all that, but I think he deserved one more season.
One more season. All right. He said that the seat warmer should be turned off. Rob, you coming from an NFC type guy. Your Eagles used to have battles with these guys.
Yeah, I don't fuck with these niggas neither.
So
I don't fuck with these niggas neither.
So I guess that's gonna pretty much
West
be
Side California.
It's all like Eagles fans.
So it seems like I kind of know where you're going at with it. So do you think that the hot seat, the seat warmer, should be on for Kyle Shanahan?
Hell yeah, Kyle Shanahan should be on the hot seat. Hell yeah, he should. Let me tell you why. Now I ain't saying. Well, let me not even go there, bro. I'm gonna just say what the fuck I'm gonna say first. I've been saying since last year, all that shit Kyle Shanahan be doing, that shit a little overrated, bruh. It is. Remember last year I was telling you this shit like he making pancakes, he just put the syrup and the butter and like blueberries and a bunch of sugar on it, but at the end of the day, it's still a fucking pancake. If you tackle, niggas is not getting all these damn extra yards after the catch, which they known for. And my thing with Kyle Shanahan is, okay, cool. So you go to the Super Bowl, you stomp all over the Eagles with your perfect team, right? With 10, 15 Pro Bowlers on the motherfucker.
Sound like
yeah,
Steelers is involved in this.
Hold up. It's 10 to 15 Pro Bowlers on your team, right? Okay, yeah, anybody could be an offensive genius with the motherfucking offensive player of the year and 3 goddamn receivers all around you. But what you gonna do when shit not perfect? Ain't the mantra of your whole shit? Oh, we run the football. Well, it's really your pops that was running the football, and then you got passed down that baton like, oh yeah, he a perfect run game coordinator, right? So anybody that's back there, you're supposed to be getting 1,500 yards. With Jordan Mason was running at the beginning of the season. Whatever, whoever come in, you should be able to get motherfucking yards because of the way you design your shit. So for the fact that y'all can't even get more than 10 points these last couple of weeks, that's on you and your play calling. That's on you and trying to get this team lifted up. Because, bro, at some point, it's about the coach. Like, if Mike Tomlin was in this situation, we'd be like, hey, Mike Tomlin, make that shit work. Get a winning record. Go to the playoffs. So, yeah, they should be looking at some other options. Especially because, 3 losing seasons. Half the time you've been in San Francisco, you've been a losing season coach. It ain't like you've been consistent.
This the same man. Don't believe what this man say, y'all. This the same man that put Nick Sirianni on the hot seat mid-season.
I ain't gonna lie, I did too.
Because he should have been. And look what he doing now, not going for no 4th downs like a smart coach. Take the field goals, Nick.
You ain't see, I ain't
Don't
have faith.
Don't end up on the hot seat.
And you keep bringing up the Pro Bowl. My bad, Dave. But you keep bringing up the
thing.
Pro Bowlers. You got to be in the system to be the Pro Bowlers, right? You got to be a Pro Bowler throughout that season. What are we talking about? They had to be in that system to be a Pro Bowler.
Not all them players are system players.
But all right, so I got a
ball
quick question
anywhere. Debo would get off anywhere. You could get off anywhere. The only thing he probably scheming up is for Brock Purdy, because Brock Purdy ain't nice. But he doing enough with what he got. They all them Trent Williams was balling for. He got the same frame.
I got a quick question. If you hold on, Coach, I got a quick question. You said that was Kyle Shanahan the offensive coordinator when Kirk Cousins was in Washington?
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins, 13 year rebounding, 13 year. Yeah.
So was Kirk Cousins? He didn't even make the Pro Bowl that year.
Do
you think?
You want me? Hold on.
I'm asking Rob. Did Kirk? While Coach D looking this up, did Kirk Cousins make the Pro Bowl that year? That Kyle Shanahan was his offensive coordinator?
Probably not.
Because then
he went to the playoffs, though. He went to the playoffs.
Right. So you can't just say that what you were saying, like how he's it's the system. Because obviously the system kind of worked. Because if the system worked for when he was the offensive coordinator for Washington, and he had RG3, and he had Kirk Cousins, and he didn't really change that system but so much once they lost RG3. And then you take your system, you take it to San Fran now. And now you didn't have Colin Kaepernick, who got you to a Super Bowl. You had Brock Purdy, who got you to a Super Bowl. You didn't have Trey Lance, who was supposed to be the savior and the guy to take over that offense or that organization. He was looking somehow okay before he took that nasty ankle injury. Before Brock Purdy got his shine. You can't really just say that you got to have all these Pro Bowlers to make him look good. Because it looks like that Kyle, it doesn't matter where Kyle Shanahan goes, his system works. And I'm not, and for me to be the deciding factor, I'm not going to put him on a hot seat just yet. Because for the simple fact that, number one, remember just a couple of years ago, the Ravens was getting ridiculed when our nutritionist specialist and our injury list was so piled up. They was like, oh, no, look into the nutritionist guy. It's his fault. He the reason why that the Ravens is having so much injury. It's the nutritionist and all that. How come we not giving the same type of eye on Kyle Shanahan? Because this ain't the first year that the 49ers is dealing with injuries. This is like at least about the third year straight, or at least 3 years in his career with the 49ers, that this team is dealing with injuries and big multiple injuries too. It ain't just the back end guys, it's your heavy hitters. You got Debo is in and out the lineup. You got Christian McCaffrey who can't start the season and now can't finish the season. You got your second running back in Mason Jordan that's pretty much on IR, but probably not going to finish the season. You got your Brandon Ayuk, even though that was a football play injury, but still, he not going to be able to finish the season. So why are we not digging into the nutritious trainer and what's going on, and what the organization is feeding these guys, or the supplements they are giving these guys? Because obviously it's not working. So I'm just not quite yet to put them on the hot seat just yet. Now I feel like there is some time that Kyle Shanahan do get in his own way. He kind of do get in his own way at times, because I think that he be trying to do too many cute gadget plays. You know what I mean? I just think that he should just kind of keep it simple. And another thing is, I understand that Debo can play multiple positions, but it is time now in his career that Debo needs to pick a position. Either you're going to be a running back or you're going to be a wide receiver, because when you're playing both, you can't stay healthy. So I just think that you can't just quite put Kyle Shanahan, the full blame on Kyle Shanahan just yet. Now I understand the 3 losing seasons, but I believe that these seasons is only because of injuries. And if you can't have your full team, then it's going to be tough for you to compete and go deep into the playoffs if you're not fully team. Now, when they are fully team, they in there. What's up, Coach? What you got, yo?
So I got 2016 was Kirk Cousins' Pro Bowl year with the Washington Redskins. But that time in 2016, Kyle Shanahan was over there in Atlanta Falcons with Matt Ryan. You know what I'm saying? He took them to that Super Bowl, and then they lost. You know what I'm saying? With Tom Brady coming back and shit. So. Right. Now this what gets me though. His first 4 years at San Francisco, he was a head coach / offensive coordinator. So, a lot of people don't know, he was doing the head coach the head coach responsibilities and the offensive coordinator responsibilities, also calling plays on the field. Doing both things could be a hassle. Now, in the last 4 years, including this year, he's only been the head coach. So that means the last 3 years he have been a winning 4-time head coach. Now this year has been only bang ups. You know what I'm saying? That's why you gotta be a fool if you don't include the injuries, people. You gotta understand this. I understand that the next man come up, but like Rob keep throwing out there, they had 15 Pro Bowlers. So if you go down to motherfucking 2 or 1, yeah, that's gonna fuck up your team. So you paying these motherfuckers for a reason if you able to pay them. So yeah. What? They ain't down to
That's the
2-1.
thing. You not going down in no 2-1, bruh. You still
They
got
don't
Brock
have
Purdy.
Trent.
Okay, Trent is out.
They
They
don't have
don't got
Christian.
Brandon.
Don't got Bosa.
They don't got Purdy.
Nah,
But
Purdy
Purdy
played.
just
Purdy
came back.
played.
Purdy just came back. That's what I'm
He
saying. They ain't,
missed 2 games, bruh. He ain't been out for the
You
whole
ain't got
season.
CM, but you ain't got
Christian
CMC,
McCaffrey been out the whole season though.
Christian McCaffrey been out. Okay, so that's 4.
and
So
now
you
you
still
But
lost.
they
got
not been playing together. It's been flippy floppy. It's not like
exactly.
they've
So
been.
exactly, that's what I'm saying.
And
So you
Debo
done
been in
had
and
you
out the
done had
lineup.
some of them in pieces. You haven't had some of them in pieces, but you still got 6, 7 Pro Bowlers damn near out that motherfucker that you can still run out there, and you still gotta have a team fighting. This is my thing. This is what I was gonna say at the beginning. Maybe he don't get fired, but I can see him doing like some resign type shit where he save a little bit of face where it's like, okay, niggas just need to move on and go to some different shit, bruh. I can see that.
Nah. I just don't. I feel like Kyle Shanahan gives the 49ers the opportunity to win on any level, whether it's to win the division, win a deep playoff run, and could potentially get you back into a Super Bowl run. So I just think
Cool.
that.
That's cool and all that, but then you also got to look at what's
So
going
who would you
on
replace him with then?
you got to look at what's going on with the injuries too. Like Christian McCaffrey shit. Is we sure he gonna be Christian McCaffrey again? Like is
We
we
wasn't
sure is
sure.
we sure Brandon Ayuk don't need a whole
We
nother
wasn't sure
year
that Christian
just to
McCaffrey
get
was
back
going to
to
be.
being himself?
We wasn't
But
sure that
that's the
CMC
thing.
was going to be himself when he left Carolina.
That's the thing though. When you say resign, like go somewhere else, his opportunity last offseason was that opportunity to move on from the team that they have. I understand they could have moved on from Trent. They could have moved on from Brandon. They could have changed up that identity a little bit, but they stick to, what I'm saying, Trent Williams, Brandon Ayuk, the team that they got. They stick to, their superstars. It's just so happened that their superstars got fucked up. And now you don't have the pieces, the lower pieces for them to come in to elevate their game because you kept those certain type of players.
I feel like the 49ers time done passed, man. I feel like they window is closed, and the more you keep reaching back to that window, the longer you gonna be stuck.
All right, but
You know
before we wrap this segment up real quick, you said that the 49er window is closed.
Yeah.
Other than the Eagles and the Lions right now, because they pretty much got the NFC Trump tight. Where other teams that can really if I'm talking about a fully healthy 49ers. What team other than we're gonna give the Eagles and we're gonna give the Lions their due because of their season right now. What team right now is for sure that can really stop a fully healthy 49ers
You
in
gotta
the NFC?
you gotta tell me what a fully healthy 49ers is. That's my thing.
All right,
Like,
let's put Brandon Ayuk back on the field.
that's
Let's
fantasy.
put CMC back on the field.
Man, that's fantasy for next year though, bro. Like that's
But I'm
mad.
just saying though.
That's Madden. We gotta
But I'm just
really
saying
look at
though.
what's going on.
If you look at the NFC right now, they are 5-7 right now. If you look at the NFC, you got Washington. You got Washington that's 8-5.
They
And then
gonna be better next year.
You got Washington that's 8-5, and then after that division don't even exist for real. So then you go to the next division. So now you got the NFC North, and we already know that 3 of those teams are tough. But the Bears is also having a worse season than the 49ers. They're
gonna be better next year.
Anywho, then you got the NFC South. That this division is wide open, but it's only 2 teams. So if you take away, I think that a healthy 49ers will beat both of these teams in NFC South, which is the Falcons and then the Bucks. I just think on any given Sunday, I just think a fully healthy 49ers will beat those two teams, which means now it comes to your division. I mean, it comes to the NFC West, which is now still wide open.
Facts.
Because the Seahawks are only 7-5. Because now, let's just say a flip of a coin that if the 49ers can win at least 3 of these games, games.
You can't say if. Put a
If the
stamp on
49ers
it.
can win 3 of these next games,
do it.
because they still have, hold on, let me see who they still got.
With Kyle Shanahan coaching A's. Let me see what he going to
They
do.
still, number one, they still got the
It's
Bears.
not a season for them to push forward and try to
They
win.
still got
That's what I'm
the Bears on the schedule. They still got the Rams. They still got the Dolphins. They still got the Lions. They still got the Cardinals. So if they can win, if they beat the Bears,
to do what, y'all?
I'm just saying to make that end up to even make the play, even be still in the playoff hunt, because they still got a chance to be in the playoff hunt, because their division is still they only 2 games behind Seattle.
But we on the same side here, but this one we lose. I guess this one we, go different lanes.
So I'm just saying though, healthy, if they was healthy, if the 49ers was healthy right now, do you feel like that they can win, or at least semi-healthy? But no, not fully healthy, because I said if you get Brandon Ayuk back and you get CMC back, just for imagination only.
I got that, and I feel as though we all gonna say yes on that. But it brings me back to the question that you asked us: is Kyle Shanahan on the hot seat? And the reason why he's on the hot seat is because his team is banged up. If we knew that if we had the fantasy of having this team fully healthy, we would not be having this conversation about Kyle Shanahan being on the hot seat.
And that's why I was trying to get Rob to get the understanding. Why are we putting Kyle Shanahan on the hot seat if we still going to keep playing what if? There's no reason to put him on the hot seat then.
Kyle Shanahan, we not playing what if. We playing the situation that they in right now. They done had their little run. They didn't cash in. They whole team been about plug and play because they got so many other Pro Bowlers and good players and a good coach that you supposed to be plugging in some of these players and making these niggas look good, man. And they not making no playoffs, bruh. Because what I done seen from them the last few weeks show me that when they go up against a playoff team, Bills, playoff team, Packers,
now don't get me wrong.
You scoring 10 points.
They ain't making no playoffs. No, they ain't making the playoffs.
Hold on. No, don't go back on mute. Don't go back on mute. Don't you go back on mute. Other than Chris and McCaffrey, hold on. Other than Chris and McCaffrey, and we know that True Williams came from the Washington Redskins, who was already a Pro Bowler. Other than Chris and McCaffrey, what other player that came over that he did not build?
Right.
So he built. I'm saying no. He built these players. He built these players up. They got their money.
And the team is built up, right? Okay.
So all I'm saying is that they got banged up. So you give him another season with the players that he built around this system, and then you get that to go. Now, if it fucks up with a healthy team, then we have the whole different conversation. But it got to be seen to that. You know what I'm saying? It got to get to that point for us to really say this nigga got to resign.
Yeah, you did say resign, Doug.
Yeah.
You said that man should give up his job. He should go in the front office and say, I can't do this no more.
Yeah. You should say I'm good. Somebody gonna say it sooner or later.
Oh man.
Either they gonna wait too long or they gonna do it before everybody know it.
No,
we're gonna leave on that. We're gonna leave that note right there, yo. We're gonna leave you, Rob. You sitting by yourself thinking that Kyle Shanahan should be on the hot seat right now, Doug.
Am I by myself?
Yeah, so you can go ahead and turn the seat warmer while you sitting outside in the cold. So, yo, but
It's cold as shit out here.
speaking of, banging around and stuff like that, yo, let's go ahead and talk a little bit of boxing before we wrap this episode up real quick, yo, because my very own Baltimorean, Gervonta Tank Davis, my guy, saying that 2025 will be his last year in the sport of boxing. And everybody was scratching their heads, was like, wait, what? As you hitting this peak of your career, really? You really gonna sit here and talk about retirement? But then he gave his explanation. He said that he wants to go seek therapy help. He like to get a therapist because he felt like if he goes to do therapy now in his career, it won't give him the same type of fire that it gives him now to step into a ring, and he don't want to give his opponents the disadvantage of that. And all respectable, I respect that. You feel me? Because when you know mentally, like, Doug, I need to talk to somebody. And I kind of need to make a set timetable with me talking to somebody. You need to start listening to yourself, in my opinion, because you don't want to be a dead man walking to a ring. We done seen a couple dead men who should have just walked away when they had the chance, but they didn't, and they embarrassed themselves, and then we start questioning their legacy and form. So I kind of, that's why I say I respect his decision to saying, like, look, yo, I need to go seek some help. He got 2 daughters that he need to look out for in the long run. He got a lot of, he got some other things, in his personal life that he probably needs to go ahead and handle, and maybe boxing could be in the way of it. You feel me? So that's why I said I respect his decision. But I ain't even gonna hold you. Why 2025, dog? You know what I mean? Tank only give us 2 fights a year, kind of. You know what I mean? And that's on a good year. So if you just talking about 2024 is pretty much up, and you already scheduled a fight in 2025 with Lamont Rose Jr., and that's in March. So that's already 3 months until 2025. So how many fights are we expecting to get from my guy? Because honestly, I'm hoping that we can at least get 3 fights, maybe 4. I'm hoping that we can at least get 3 fights out of him in this 2025. But then if you try to give him 3 fights, which means now his training is going to be shortened. Then if he wind up losing on those fights, then he's going to be like, well, he only had 3 months to train for this fight. And that's not fair to this and this and that, versus his opponent maybe had 6 months to train for a fight. You know what I mean? It's always some type of controversy when it comes to some of these boxing matches. But I would like to see 3 fights out of him. But I kind of feel like we're not going to get 3 fights in the 2025 year. I feel like we're only going to get this one Lamont Roach fight, which is in March, and then we're going to get 1 more fight after that. And for me, that ain't fair. I just feel like he should go ahead and say maybe 2026 that he was thinking about retirement. Then I can be all right. You know what I mean? Now we can kind of get some heavy fights that we all want to see. But in this short time, in this short span, we're probably not going to be able to get a fight that we all want to see. And I see a lot of people say that Shakur Stevenson should be his next fight after this one. My opinion, I'm with Tank. No, it shouldn't. I don't think that will be a legit fight in my eyes. I just really feel like Shakur need to take on another heavy hitter before he goes on to fight Tank or try to call Tank out in a fight. That's just my opinion. In my opinion, I think Tank should move up to 140 one more time before he retires. And I think that he should go ahead and try to fight Teofimo Lopez and that 140. I think that will be 2 dogs going at it. That's the matchup I want to see, and it could be in this last match in 2025. Fellas, what y'all think, man? Do y'all think that Tank retiring too early? Do y'all think that this is not a right move for him? Does this even put a stain on his legacy a little bit to retire this kind of early? What y'all think? And who y'all would like to see him fight?
So I think his mind messed up that he going against my man Lamont Roach, DC natives. I think that's what's going on. He a little messed up in the mind because he about to take this L from a DC native. They know what it
That
is,
ain't
D-Mo
happening.
versus DC.
That
You
ain't
know what I'm
happening,
saying? They
Doug.
know what it
That
is.
ain't happening. That
You
ain't
know.
happening. You can't even say that with a straight face. So,
But no, on the serious tip, man, I'm all for it, man. I feel as though I just saw the George Foreman movie the other day. If y'all dare go see it, go watch it. Feel
yeah,
like
it's a good movie.
he about to put a George Foreman on us. You know what I'm saying? Or Floyd Mayweather. See, when you see the steps in front of you already been planted, you know what you could do after. It's like, back in the day, boxers used to box, high high 30s, probably hit to that 40 mark, you know what I'm saying? But now you see Floyd Mayweather doing what he doing outside of the boxing ring, you know what I'm saying? You come up with ideas or other ways to make money. Cause
Mm-hmm.
for real, what do we all do it for real, to get out from the situation we in? You don't
Mm-hmm.
want to get your head blown into and you know what I'm saying, cause a person to get a seizure and all. It's situations behind boxing that's more than that. You gotta look more than with life with. So he just looking more, into life, and ain't nothing wrong with that. So shout out to him. And yeah, man, we'll see him March 1st.
Who you think do you think after this fight at the March, who you think he should fight? Because like I said, I feel like we already going into 2025 with that one fight, and he normally give us 2 fights a year. So if he do keep that rate up, who do you think who do you want to see him fight at the end of 2025?
Not gonna lie to you, Dave. And the reason why I'm going with the retirement, because I want to see him fight Jake Paul, man. I want to see him torture his ass all the way to the goddamn ground. That's what I want to see him fight. Yeah, I think that's the reason why he retired. For real. He saw that goddamn fight against Mike Tyson. He was like, nah, y'all got the boxing game fucked up. I'm about to show y'all what it is. Because he already did what he did in the boxing game, 30-0, 28 KOs. What else I need to
Mm-hmm.
prove? Let me go
Right.
ahead box this little ass white boy, Jake Paul, and get this goddamn real money.
Yeah, 2.4 mil. Yeah, why not? Why not? All right, you said Jake. You said Jake Paul. I don't want to see it because I'm not a. I don't want to see. I don't want to see Jake Paul fights no more. But
I know he gonna
Rob,
take it. I know Gervonta Davis gonna take it. So if he can't really swing, then it ain't gonna be a fight.
right,
That's a
Rob,
fact.
what you think, yo? Is Gervonta making a good decision? Number one, retiring at 2025. This do you feel like is it too early? Do you feel like him retiring kind of if you say it was too early, does this earliness put a stain on his legacy? And to close it out, who do you want to see him fight after he fight Lamont Roach?
All right, so first off, I didn't even know about the part about, him doing it for the mental health. I definitely gotta give big ups to him for that, because that's something that's something difficult to go through and something difficult to talk about for real. For as a boxer, I can only imagine. But that's like, I feel like the microcosm of being a man for real. Because it's like you
Mm-hmm.
gotta do certain shit in life. You know what I'm saying? You got to move a certain way so you get your respect. You know what I'm saying? Niggas ain't treating you no type of way, but at the same time, you got to be on that level, that feel. You know what I'm saying? Where you talking out the shit that is making you mad, the shit that is getting you to that level. Like, you know what I'm saying? Knowing that you got to be able to separate the two when you leave life, or when you leave your profession, or leave what you got to do. That's a big thing. And so I commend her for that. But I do feel like at some point he gonna feel he got everything back together, and he gonna come back to boxing. I feel as though this is a it ain't cat,
You feel like this is
but
like a
we
would it be
we
like an MJ when he did
yeah we
little
seen it
partial?
before. Yeah, where it's like retire and then a year later it's like, oh yeah, I might want to fight. Niggas start talking crazy. The numbers doubling. You like, oh, all right. I might could take that check.
Right.
So, but to close out the year though, I like Shakur. I still fuck with Shakur. I feel like because he already fought Lomachenko, right?
Nope.
He ain't fight Lomachenko.
Nope.
That'd be a good one too.
That was
But
my second. That was my second fight. I
yeah,
want to see. I want to see him fight. Move up to 140 to fight Teofimo Lopez. Or if you don't get that, go ahead since both of them talking retirement because Lomachenko is thinking about retirement also.
okay.
So if both of these guys talking about retirement, why not set that fight up before y'all walk away?
Yeah, I'm fucking with that fight. That'll be tough. I fuck with the Shakur fight definitely over Devin Haney because Devin Haney, we know he just got shopping up. Yeah, he got some polishing to do.
I
But
like Haney, but
Shakur is
another
like his
story.
it's his style. It's that defensive style that I want to see versus a nigga we already know try and walk shit down. Like can
But
you real life be the magician with that? That's what I want to see with that clash. So yeah, I still want to see him versus Shakur.
I don't want. I will see it just because of the name base, him fighting Shakur. But it's not like it's a must. I must want to see it because, like you said, he's going to play more defense for Shakur. And how long you going to play defense? Because Tank is walking up. He's walking up on you.
Right.
He ain't sitting. It's only the first 2 rounds is where Tank is not throwing his most punches. That after that, I feel like after he kind of learns you and he see that you're not going to be the aggressor, he's going to be the aggressor. And then, you know what I mean? If you let Tank be the aggressor, that's when you're going to end up getting knocked out. Because if you really sit here and look back at Tank fights, Pitbull Cruz is the only guy that survived Tank hits. You want to know why? He didn't sit back and let Tank come whoop his ass. He was also the aggressor. You know what I mean? It was a back and forth. Then the only reason why I think Tank won that fight is because Tank landed more hits. You know what I mean? Pitbull got beat in my eyes. But other than that, that was the only every fight any other fight, Tank was knocking dudes out. It was night. It was he was painting canvases with people's faces. So that's why I say like that Shakur fight, I will watch it because of the name wise. But at the same time, if you gonna play defense, nah, dog, you're not gonna last that long when it comes to a guy that's more aggressive. So that's why I kind of don't want to see that fight. And that's why Tank was shouted out, was like, no, he's not gonna take that fight. He's not gonna fight Shakur because he felt like it's not where the money at, it's not where his boxing career is at, and he felt like Shakur haven't beat nobody or did anything in the sport of boxing. You know what I mean? That was his word. So I don't think we're going to see that fight at all. So I just feel like Lomachenko and Teofimo Lopez for me. Coach D said Jake Paul for him. And Rob said he want to see either Shakur, Lomachenko for his fights for Tank Davis. So
what about Crawford? Is that too much? That's around the same weight.
That they're not in the same weight class, number one.
What he got, 20 pounds on him or something?
Yeah, Tank gonna go up but so much.
Okay.
I only see Tank going up to 140. That's the highest he's been since his pro boxing career is 140. I don't really see him.
155.
He like 155, 160 range.
Yeah.
I don't see Tank going up that high. And I don't think it's going to look right on Tank if he do go that high. You got to say and think my man is only 5'5", 5'6". You know what I mean? So you don't want to put too much on there. Then he gonna be slower
Yeah.
if he bulk up a little bit. So I think that will give the hands to Bud. I really feel like Bud, since Bud can switch stance from southpaw to normal stance, that would also kind of give Tank a kind of a rough time with him also too. So I don't think that would be a good fight, a fair fight for Tank. I know my guy will go against anybody. You feel me? But I just don't feel like that would be a fair match. I think that would just be all the way straight Bud, in my opinion.
Respect.
So, guys, yo, I greatly appreciate y'all hopping on, yo. Like I told y'all, yo, this was going to be a dope episode, yo. So, let everybody know where they can follow y'all, social media platforms, where they can catch y'all shows, time frame, and all that. Yo, the floor is yours.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. _ facts and stats on Instagram. FACTS. I don't know if D9. Got that, I believe in AI. It's a Colts fan right here. And this is what I really need to tell y'all. Facts and stats with an N in the middle. Yeah, I got to come through and see us Colts fan, Eagles fan. We give y'all that real energy. We give y'all that real feel from a real fan. You know what I'm saying? Always going to keep it a buck. We come on right on Sundays when the energy is high. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is fresh off the game. Like you came through this Sunday. Eagles had just whooped the Ravens' ass. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. You know what I'm saying? Close
I don't
enough.
know about the ass whooping. They beat us. I don't know about the ass whooping.
But you got to come in there and see how niggas is feeling right after the game is different, bro. And then the lives, may as well be on the block. You may as well be in the barber shop with it. Come on now. Come on now. _ facts and stats. And in the middle.
Yeah, man. No, it's Coach D, but my IG is because you know they always calling me the evil villain on the IG live, so I had to switch it up to D villain. So you know what I'm saying. If you want to catch me on IG, it's D, just the letter D, villain. And also catch us December the 14th up open
Yeah.
market, man. We're gonna be up there 52 O Street. My man Rob having a battle against my man
It don't even matter.
Goon.
It don't
Yeah,
matter.
yeah. I guess a goon, dude. You know what I'm
Body.
saying? We're gonna have
Body.
performances up there. We're gonna have food up there. It's gonna be good vibes. Going DJ all, the whole mix. So, 52 O Street up DC, Washington, DC, Northwest. Pull up if you can.
Man, send me the information, man. I might gotta pull up. DC ain't that far from me, so
That,
might
man.
have to
Yes,
might have
sir.
to pop up there. You know what I mean? Show some love, show some support. So yeah, send me the info on that one. Yo, so there y'all have it, yo. There go my two guys, yo. Facts and stats, y'all. I appreciate y'all hopping on, yo. I can't wait to have y'all back on again. I can't wait to guest appear back on y'all show again. So, yo, make sure y'all go out here and follow these guys. Like I said, yo, they keep it real. They keep it just like you be in the barbershop. And you know what I mean? They also part of the MTMO umbrella with us. You know what I mean? So, like I said, man, you see me, you can catch them. We always share each other stuff. You know what I mean? So make sure y'all go out here and check my guys out. Fellas, greatly appreciate y'all hopping on, man. Can't wait to holler at y'all next time, yo.
My man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
Already. As we just had it, yo, a dope episode. And I kind of went longer than what I normally do. You feel me? So, like I said, yo, I greatly appreciate everybody who tuned in. Stay locked in with us, man, because like I said, it was a dope episode. Got different opinions. You know what I mean? Ain't just about my opinion. So, like I said, I greatly appreciate those guys for hopping in, man. Make sure y'all go out there and check them out. Like I said, they got real dope content as well, yo. So, speaking out there, yo, make sure y'all go out here and follow all my social media platforms. Also, you can go out here and catch me on Instagram and TikTok at MTMO _ sports podcast, or you can catch me on X, known as Twitter, or you can catch me on Facebook at my THTS, my opinion. Make sure y'all go out there and subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. If you're not already, make sure you go tell a friend who can be a friend, who can possibly be your friend. The MTMO Sports Podcast is the podcast that you need in your sports rotation. You feel me? Because I just don't sit there and recite the same stuff that you hear on TV, yo. I'm going to give you my opinion. I'm going to give you the stats, and I'm going to keep it real. Should I? Who should I? You feel me? So, like I said, yo, make sure y'all go out here and follow all my social media platforms. You feel me? Make sure y'all go out there and follow my guys' facts and stats. Make sure y'all go out here and follow my favorite ladies locked in sports. They always give me all the great sports content and the female perspective. That's what makes it dope. You feel me? So make sure y'all go follow my favorite lady as always. Make sure y'all go out here and follow my guy GC3. He's out here putting it on for the Arizona Phoenix area, as always, with them great basketball tournaments. Make sure y'all go out here and follow my girl Lady KO. I had her on the episode last year. Forest Park basketball player. She's now back, and she's back in the sports, back and playing basketball in her junior year. And she had a big game the other night with 19 points and 10 steals. So make sure y'all go out here and follow my girl out here, as she's out here dominating the high school sports. You feel me? Hey, like I said, yo, I greatly appreciate everybody who tuned in. OG is always, you know what I mean? I'm great to have you on, man. As always, I'm pretty sure you're gonna rewatch the episode anyway. But like I said, yo, thank y'all for tuning in for my 138th thought. I see y'all next Friday. And as always, be safe out here, because I'm out, and always big trust.